Hello, everybody, and welcome back to HST Divination Readings. Today's video is going to be another Into the Light style reading for the Earth signs, that is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So please remember that this may or may not resonate. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for another person to claim. If this resonates, please leave a comment and let me know. Otherwise, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving the video a like, and sharing it with your Earth sign friend that may resonate with them, okay? And yeah, that's all I got. Let's cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space today. Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space. Cleanse my energy in my space. Spirit guide, guardian angels, ancestors, I ask for you to join me today in this reading for our lovely Earth sign friends, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whatever, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, moving on, let's see for the Into the Light, starting with the Taurus, I believe. Okay, Taurus. So what is it for our Taurus friends here? For Taurus, please. What is it for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? Let's start with, so it's going from like the dark to the light, the negatives to the positives. So for the Tauruses, I just heard let's start with positives. So Taurus, what is positives for the Taurus, please? What is positives for the Taurus, please? What is positives for the Taurus, please? All right. All right. What is negative for the Taurus, please? All right. What is neutral for the Taurus, please? Okay. What is kind of leading from the negative into the light for the Taurus, the neutral part? All right. The neutral part. Okay. The neutral part. All right, Taurus. So for you, you have the kind of Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay. So then you have the World in reverse, and then you have the King of Wands here. So Taurus, for you, for your negatives, I do see you not walking away from communication or some kind of conflict, which is causing a little bit of instability in you. And you're being very stubborn with the King of Wands standing in your power, which is good, but you're also might be a little bit too stubborn, or you're just being extremely passionate about a situation, which may be blocking you from seeing something clearly, okay? The neutral aspect of this is you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So some of you are walking away from a love situation that doesn't work for you. Judgment card in reverse. You're not having a judgment proper. Some of you, I heard proper judgment, and some of you, you're not making a judgment call on this too much, or you're not judging the other person, okay? And then the Eight of Wands, this is kind of like your single going out there energy. So I do see some of you walking away from a relationship and kind of just playing the field and seeing what's out there. The positives is it does say heartbreak, which is kind of funny. So this is a verification for me that you are walking away from a connection or something that is heartbreak, but you see it as heartbreak, even though you're trying to deny it here. You do see it as heartbreak at some point. It's something you got to work through and heal. With the Two of Swords in reverse, I do see you as kind of communicating with yourself or somebody else about something. And then the King of Pentacles in reverse is showing me that you are not exactly where you want to be stability wise in like relationships. However, you are satisfied with being on your own is kind of what I'm getting. Okay. So next we have the walking away, right, from love and heartbreak. Okay. Then we've got the something wasn't working out for you. There's no judgment call on it, and you may be communicating with others or yourself. Independence, but I also heard arrogance, playing the field, and not finding something that it is that you exactly want in this situation. Okay, next we have the Virgos. So what is it for the Virgos, please? What is it for the Virgos? For the Virgos, I heard Negatives first for the Virgos, please. So what is negatives for the Virgos? Okay. What is the darkness that needs to bring into the light? What is the positives, please? Okay. And then what is the neutral aspect, please? Okay. Neutral. All right. So Virgo, what we have for you is we have the Queen of Cups energy. So I do see you, some of you walking away from connections that don't really work from you, or you're walking away from a woman. Some of you specifically are walking away from a woman, probably a water sign, more or less, or somebody with a strong emotional um, imbalance is kind of what I'm seeing. It doesn't have to be a female, right? It could just be somebody with stronger divine feminine energy, if that makes sense to you. Then we have the Hierophant. So it's kind of like a connection that really, it's a higher knowing technically, right? But that also has a little bit of Taurus energy in it. So I'm going to say earth sign energy. So some of you may feel like whatever your connection wasn't causing you at your highest kind of self, and was causing so much conflict that it was kind of leading you away from higher self kind of knowledge, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. I don't know really what to say there. And then with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's a lack of balance. So obviously, I see an unequal give and take in this connection with this water type of energy. You could have very well been this water type of energy in the connection. But it also could have made you realize that there was a higher knowing of this connection really wasn't good for you spiritually. Okay. Next, we have the neutrals here. And that is the Hermit in reverse. So I do see you, Virgo, looking within to see what will work for you, you know, what it is you want in the future. You have the Wheel in reverse. So I don't see you really moving forward with anything else until you're really clear on what it is you want in life. And then the Four of Pentacles, you're going to hold back your energy and you want other people to give you kind of the same energy back, right? Then with the positive aspect of this, you will look for more interchangeable, proper exchange of energy connections. With the Justice in reverse, you don't want any more injustice, okay, type of connections. You want an equal kind of concept, right? Is what I'm kind of seeing here. And then the Nine of Wands in reverse is saying that you are looking for something in the future, but you're no rush really to look for something, okay? So then this way we have a possible woman or water sign or somebody that holds a strong emotional imbalance, okay? Looking within and seeing what it is you want to find equal balance with future connections. The Hierophant, so you were looking, you realized that whatever it was negatively affecting your spirit, right? The Wheel, you're not moving forward in anything else until you know, because you don't want unjust situations, right? And then the Two of Pentacles in reverse is just showing a lack of imbalance in life and connections around you. Seeking, holding back too much, or you're holding back because you want people to give the exact same that you give, and then eventually you'll find somebody or something that you're passionate about in the future, okay? So next we have the Capricorns. So Capricorns, what do we have for Capricorns, please? What is it for our Capricorn friends? I just heard neutral. So Capricorns, what is neutral for Capricorns in this reading? For the into the light, from the darkness into the light. What is the neutral aspect of this reading for the Capricorns? Okay. What is the negatives of the readings for the Capricorns, please? Okay. And then what is the positives of the readings for the Capricorns? Okay. All right. So Capricorns, you have the Seven of Swords, the Fool card in reverse, and then the King of Cups in reverse. Okay. So for the negative aspect, the Seven of Swords is showing you that there might be people in your ear or trying to communicate with you or just causing negativity. I see something about social media for some of you. and somebody may be trying to like bring you down on social media. Okay. You have the Fool in reverse, so you don't really have any new beginnings in the situations. Now, that may be a negative. There might be something that's actually really bringing you down negatively. And it's not saying that you don't have a chance for change, right? It's just going to take some healing, is what I'm seeing. The King of Cups in reverse is showing that whatever is going on here, you're kind of cutting off the emotions, which negatively may affect you more than showing emotions in the situation. However, this is kind of saying don't be over emotional, and then this is kind of saying like watch what you're saying. Okay. With the 10 of Cups and the neutral aspect, so there might be connections around you, or the situation may show you kind of who your friends are, right? Who rides for you. The 9 of Swords is obviously, once again, you have another card of like people trying, like, this is mob mentality is what I'm seeing for someone. It could be very much a social media aspect where I'm seeing a mob mentality. Okay, but you are protected, and you will have people that will kind of like ride or die for you in that sense. All right. And then like family and friends, even, like, your truth. And then with the Emperor in reverse, um, I do see somebody kind of manipulating a situation around you. Okay. So that is a neutral. So it's neither positive nor negative. I do see them being exposed at the end. Okay. The positives is you are walking away from what won't work for you, passion and projects, whatever. Shit that just doesn't work. Okay. The King of Swords is you're going to see the truth and clarity in all the situations. This is also a card of somebody being exposed. I see it as somebody being exposed anyways for something that they've done. All right. And then the Page of Cups in reverse is a little bit of I'm seeing a little bit of lack of emotion, and I see it as lack of remorse on their side, because they pretty much set out to do what they wanted to do. I mean, this could be you doing this to somebody else, and if it is, shame on you. And I just heard fuck you if it is you doing something like that. But I see it as somebody trying to take you down. Okay. So next you have the 7 of Swords walking away, people around you that will still support you. Or sorry, not walking away, people talking shit, trying to cause issues, which is leaving you to kind of like walk away from mentally, or people like shitty communication. Okay. People ride or dying for you, and then walking away what doesn't work for you passionately. Okay. There is no new beginnings. It's kind of like stuck energy. Okay. Once again, I see mob mentality. However, the truth will be revealed, right? Then we have the King of Cups in reverse. So a little bit of lack of emotion. Okay. Manipulation. And then I see somebody kind of being exposed or emotionally having little to no remorse. It's like emotional immaturity is kind of what have been showing. Okay. So that's all I really have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Lovely day wherever you are. And bye, 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 bye.